Right guys, so hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome to Not Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. So quickly guys, we're going to put a skirt with a flay at the back, all right, an attached flay at the back. So if you're interested in this content, please subscribe, like, and share my videos. Also, these classes are available if you want to join any of them, my suit class, safari suit class, any of them want to join. Let me know and I will add you up to the class. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So for us to cut our skirts, all right, these are the measurements we're going to be using. The waist measurement of 28, hip measurement of 36, knee length of 20, and the skirt length of 37. All right, so guys, if you look at this paper, I've marked half inch by the side here. This is what I'm going to be taking all my vertical measurements, my horizontal measurements, all right? And I've marked this line here, even my waist, the waistline we cut. All right, so now we say the waist of this skirt is 28. When you are cutting, you divide waist by 4. Divide 28 by 4, you will have what? You will have 7, all right? So this is 7 right here, okay? Plus 1.5 inch seam allowance, it becomes 8.5, all right? 1.5 seam allowance because you use the half inch to stitch this, to turn the lining, then the 1 inch for seam allowance. So after getting this to be the waist, okay, we're going to simply come. This is the front part of the skirt. This is the front piece, okay. So we'll come down here by half an inch, okay, and we'll mark this point here to here. Now we do this to give the skirt fitting in the front, all right. So now we've gotten our waistline. How can we get our hip line? We simply come down from the waistline here. We come down by 8 inches to locate the hip line, the hip point. So this is 8 inches to the hip point, all right. Let's get 2 lines and join them. 8 inches. So this becomes our hip line, all right. The next thing is to get the length of the knee area, the knee line. And we say the knee is what? 20. From the waist to the knee is 20 at 20 inches. All right, but for the sake of the skirt being free, okay, I normally come up by 2 inches, all right, so as to allow the skirt to play before reaching the knee, so that it won't be tight at the knee area. Do you understand? So instead of marking at 20, I'll come up towards 18, or times 2.5, 18 and 17.5, right? I'll come down to 9.5. I'll use 2.5, so I'll come up to 17.5. So I'll come this way and come up towards 17.5. So this becomes my knee point, okay, my knee point. So this is the waist, this is the hip, and this is the knee, all right. So the next thing we're going to get now is the length of the skirt, and we said the skirt length is 37, all right. So from here, this is 37 plus half 1 inch coming along, that becomes 38. So see, come this way and mark 38, all right. So the same thing, we also join this point here to this point. Let's see this. Okay, right there. All right. So the next thing I should go ahead and apply what? Our measurements. Okay. We're going ahead now to apply our measurements. We've already gotten the waist, all right. So let us get the hip. The hip is 36. When you're cutting, you divide hip measurement by 4. Divide 36 by 4, you will have 9. All right. So come to the waist, the hip area here, and mark your what? Mark your 9 inches plus 1.5 inch seam allowance. That becomes what? 10.5. We get that. Then we'll come down to the what? To the knee point here. Now, when you get to the knee, you minus 1 inch. All right. And it also depends on the shape of the customer. You can minus 1 inch, or you can minus 1.5 inch. All right, from the what? From the hip measurement. So if we are using 9 at the hip here, it means we are going to use 8 at the knee here. All right. So this becomes what? 8. If the person is very curvy, you can minus up to 1.5. So let's just 1.5. All right. So it becomes 7.5 here. 7.5 plus 1.5 inch seam allowance becomes what? 9. All right. This is 7.5 plus 1.5 inch seam allowance. That becomes what? 9. Becomes 9. All right. Now, coming down to this point here, okay, it depends on how free you actually want this skirt to be. All right. You can choose to use 12. I think 12 should be enough. 12 should be enough, all right? I can choose to use 11. Let's just use 12. Well, this is 11 and a half. 11 and a half plus 1.5 inch seam allowance, that becomes what? 13, all right? So at this point now, we're going to join these dots together, okay? So I'm going to come here. I'm going to join this to this. Now the main, I'm going to use dotted lines for the main shape of the skirt. Then I'll use block lines for the allowance. So let's just watch. It's the main shape of the skirt. Let's come this French from this way. No. Let's not this way. Now we'll get it correctly. So this is the main shape of the skirt. All right. We'll turn it this way. I'll get it down to the knee. All right. I think this is clear. You see this? Now we'll take it the full length, right? The full length. Full length of the skirts. Then we now come to the allowance part. For the allowance part, we make it block lines, all right? Then we come here. We make it block lines. Come here. We still make it block line, all right? So guys, as you can see, this is the front piece of this skirt, all right? Now I'm going to do some, I'm going to come it a little bit here, just a little. Just half inch. Just half inch, all right? Yeah. So you can see this is the front piece of this skirt, all right? Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the back piece that will actually carry that flay, all right? So let's cut this out. All right, guys, so for us to get the back piece now, I've kept the front piece here, all right? Now, what we're going to do is this. Mind you, we're looking at the flay at the back, all right? So, we're going to measure from here to the length, the end of this front piece here. We're having 20 and a half. So, let's keep that in mind. 20 and a half. 20.5, all right? So, let's come back to our skirt right here. We're going to add our zip allowance here, okay, of which at the front here, at the back here, we're going to add 1.5 inch allowance for the zip, all right? Here we'll still add our 1.5 inch allowance for the zip, all right? Here we'll make it just 3/4 inch allowance, okay? Watch carefully how I'm going to do this, all right? Extend this line out. So here we are coming here with our zip allowance, and then we are coming in this way. All right. Then from here now, this is where the whole thing is right now. Mind you, we have 20 and a half here. All right. And this excess down here is also very, very important for us. Okay. So coming to the extension at the back here, we are going to be using not just 20 and a half, but using as much as 25, 26. All right. So I'm going to match this to this. I'm going to extend this line this way as much as 25. All right. We'll have here. That's fine. So watch how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to permit me to scatter this, all right, because our table can't give us a complete view. So I'm going to shift this out this way. Now we get to see everything. All right. All right. So I'm going to extend this line. Mind you, from here to here is 17 and a half. So I'm still going to mark the 17 and a half here. 17 and a half. All right. So this is our straight line. From there, we're having this straight line here. Sorry. We're having this straight line here. Okay. And we are saying we'll be using, okay, let's say 24. We have 20, let's add 4 inches, not 20, let's add only 4 inches. It depends on actually how flowing, how long you want the tape to be. So we have 20, let's add just 4, 24 and a half. That's 25 here, let's just add 24 and a half, all right? Put it here. For the next thing now, we are going to curve this from here back to the beginning point here. All right. So watch carefully. We are going to curve this here. You can also mark the like 24 and a half. Mark it at different places. 24 and a half. 24 and a half here. All right. And still mark it somewhere here. 24 and a half. All right. We are going to join these points together. 24 and a half, right? I'm going to join it together. Right? All right. All the way like that. So watch carefully what I'm doing. Okay. So if you bring back the front piece inside here, right? You bring the front piece inside here back. Let me show you where this line is going to. I'll bring the front piece back here. Let's make sure it's properly set. It means this line is simply coming back to here. This line is simply coming back to here. All right. The line is coming back to. Because this is the front piece. So the whole of what we have here forms the back piece. All right. So let me show you something. Let me mark everything and remove the front piece from here. Let me just mark everything and remove the front piece from here so that we'll see it much more clearly. All right. So by the time I remove the front piece, you can see that this is our back piece. Can we see it? Sorry. And that this now comes to our back piece. You can see that it is our back piece. Can you see that? So this part here forms the long tail at the back. Sorry. This part here forms the long tail. This is the tail. This part here is the tail at the back. All right. Why this part here is the normal back piece. All right. So all we need to do is to cut it out. And we are done. Just cut it out. Cut this way. Just watch the way I'm cutting it. All right. Big cut this way. And then guys, we use this to produce the piece on the fabric. So guys, as you can see, we are done with this pattern drafting. You can see this If this video made sense, I would appreciate if you can hit the like button. You can subscribe to have a view. Look at this. So this forms the flay, all right. This forms the flay for the back piece. This forms the flay for the back piece, all right. Meanwhile, this is the back piece itself. Guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video so that many will also watch it. All right. Thank you so much. Welcome to Now Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you.